beauty babes, I'm Racquelle and this is Perfected Beauty. So although I am newly recovering from a sickness and my voice isn't 100% yet, I didn't want to allow that to stop me from making videos. Anyways, with that being said and addressed, let's get into the video. Also, I'm not bald, I just have this little bun back here. I look like an egghead. I'm aware that I look like an egghead from this angle, but trust me, this bun is back here and it's cute. Like, it's cute. Anyways, let's get into the video. So just like almost everything in makeup, there's countless ways that you can do a winged eyeliner. So I'm gonna be showing you guys my way, kind of like my system, my order of steps and how I do it. And hopefully you guys are able to learn something from it. Obviously you would customize this to whatever size winged liner you're doing, how thick, how dramatic, how long you want it to be. I'm gonna show you generally my go-to for my eye size, eye shape, and all of that good stuff. But the way that I do it and the steps that I use are pretty transferable from eye to eye. The only eye type or eye shape that would be kind of significantly different from the way that I do my own is for a hooded eye, because you're gonna do that completely different. Just like most makeup for hooded eyes is gonna be completely different than for non-hooded eyes. However, I hope you guys are able to learn something from this video and let's get into it. So the way I like to start off my liner is always by lining my lid first. I just feel like that gives me a good base, a good foundation, and things can be going great when I draw the wing, the cat eye part of it, but then I can get to the lid and completely ruin things. So I like to start with the lid, make sure I'm off to a good start, and then build from there. The eyeliner that I like to use is the NYX liquid liner. You wouldn't be able to tell because it is very well loved and very much used, so all of the writing has rubbed off of it, but trust me, this is the NYX liquid liner. It's a very thin brush and it allows you to have lots of control over your eyeliner, the shape of it, the thickness of it, and all that jazz. If you are not comfortable using liquid eyeliner and you would prefer a tutorial for cream eyeliner, let me know, but in this video I'm going to be using the liquid eyeliner because that's what I like to use most often. And before I put the brush actually on my eye, usually when you pull the brush out of the tube, there's a lot of extra liner kind of just sitting and waiting to ruin your life at the base of the brush. So I like to make sure that I wipe off all of the excess liner before I put the brush on my lid. So the first step kind of in my process is to line my lid. So ideally I'll be able to get one single solid stroke to line my entire lid and it'll be nice and smooth. If that doesn't happen, then whenever either the liner runs out or I just feel like I need to pick my brush up, I will, but I want to line my lid in as few strokes as possible. And I like to start off at least with a very thin line because if I need to go thicker, then I can. Okay, now that I have my lid lined, my next step is going to be to draw a line from the outer corner of my lid to however far out I want my wing to be. And then once that step is done, I'll be able to connect it back to my lid and fill it in to create my winged liner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that step next. So again, making sure to wipe off the tip of my brush and then starting at the outer corner of my eye and kind of giving it a flick right before I finish my line. My next step is going to be to draw a line from the end of this line back down to the outer corner of my lid. So I'm not gonna go from the farthest point because if you can see, using that little flick to finish off the line gave me a very fine pointy end of my wing. So I'm not gonna go all the way out to the finest part of the wing. I'm gonna start a little bit further inwards and go from there to the outer corner of my lid. So now you can see I've got a kind of triangle which I'm gonna fill in. That's gonna be my next step. And after that, I'm just gonna go over the very top of my winged liner to kind of smooth out any bumps that are there and make it a nice consistent straight line. While I'm filling in a triangle, this is also the time that I like to make sure there isn't any space between my lashes and the liner that I'm drawing. I don't wanna be able to see skin between the liner and the lashes, so I just like to make sure all across the lash line is filled in with eyeliner. Once that's done, I'm gonna go in now very lightly just to fill in any of the bumps or things that I don't like about the top of the line of my eyeliner. And the last step I'm gonna take with this eyeliner is I like to look at myself straight on in the mirror. So straight on like this, and you can see that where my eyelid kind of folds back into the rest of my eye, there's kind of a dip in my eyeliner when I'm looking at you straight on. So I just like to kind of fill in that dip so it can give me a sharper, straighter winged liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and that's gonna be all that I do on this eye. What you see me doing now is just making small tweaks to the way that my eyeliner looks. So if I want it to be a little longer, if I want it to be a little straighter, then I'll go back and just fill in eyeliner. This is the part that all of the eyeliner gone wrong memes are kind of made about, because this is where you can accidentally make your eyeliner way thicker than you intended. So to avoid doing that, I actually use concealer on my very small, like detailed concealer brush, and take away unwanted like bumps and curves and things like that. Instead of just continually making my eyeliner bigger, I actually just chisel away at it with concealer, and that works especially well on days like today when I don't have any eyeshadow on and there's just concealer on my lids. Once that's done, I just like to look at my eyeliner from a few different angles, closing my eyes, opening my eyes, from the side, straight on, all those kinds of things, just to make sure I like the way that my eyeliner looks from every angle. And once I'm happy with it, I move on to the other eye. You want to keep in mind that less is more, and you can always add to it, but you can't always take away from it without causing yourself a whole lot more work than you originally intended. So just try and work in long, steady strokes and depositing a little bit of product at a time. Once I've got both of my wings on, once I've got eyeliner on both eyes, I like to look in the mirror straight ahead, straight on, just like this, and compare the two eyeliners. Obviously, it's gonna be very, very difficult. I won't say impossible, but difficult to get them exactly identical. But I just like to look at my two wings, see if maybe one's at a different angle, see if maybe there's one thing that I like about the one that I don't like about the other. And then I just like to go back and forth between my two wings and try and get them as even as possible. And I am pretty happy with these wings. I went back and forth. I used my concealer to touch up little bits of them. I tried to get them as even as possible, and I'm satisfied. So a couple things before you drive yourself crazy trying to get your eyeliner perfect. First of all, as you can see, lashes hide a multitude of sins. I mean, granted, it's not like I did a bad job with my eyeliner. However, if I did, then once I put these lashes on, you wouldn't even be able to tell. Don't sweat the small stuff. As long as your wing looks pretty good, lashes are going to help you out. Second of all, you've already heard this probably about your eyebrows. Your wings are sisters and not twins. It's gonna be very hard, very near impossible to get your wings to be perfectly symmetrical. And don't let that stress you out. It's not a big deal. At the end of the day, it is just makeup. And of course, we wanna look our best, but not at the expense of driving yourself insane and getting so frustrated with it that you're not even having a good time anymore. So just keep in mind, wings are sisters and not twins. It may not look identical, but 9 times out of 10, look at your favorite beauty influencers and their wings aren't perfectly symmetrical either, unless of course they face tune them to be, which in that case you can do that too. And lastly, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. Once I finally did move on to using the liquid liner that I use today, I practice my wing often. Do winged liner on just a bare face. Don't put any makeup on at all, and just practice doing winged liner. Obviously, it's gonna look better when you have a full face on, but at least if you mess up your liner on a bare face, you can wipe it off, try again, and it's at no consequence to you. Like, you don't lose any time from doing that, versus if you have a full face of makeup on and then you're practicing wing liner and have to wipe it off, you're gonna be wiping off everything in this general area. So practice, practice, practice. With time, you will get better, trust me. And don't be afraid, just kind of jump right in and see where it takes you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down below if there's a question that I didn't really answer for you, or if maybe you have a video that you would like for me to film. And also, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Share my channel with your friends, tell them to subscribe. I'm really trying to be consistent on YouTube and make this a priority, and me seeing new subscribers or new comments or new engagement on my video is just that much more motivation motivation to continue on with that. So please guys, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos because why not? And I will catch you in the next one.